Hey folks, hey guys. So we got some Taco Bell today. Yep, we got some Taco Bell today. So we've been playing Final Fantasy 16, and I gotta say, I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it. It is different, but I'm still enjoying it. Hope you're all doing well. Go eat some Taco Bell. It's one of the few places, well, fast food places I'll still go. One of the few.
I go with that. I go with the police. No, you're not.
There's a door right here. So you guys are just gonna hear people coming in and out constantly. Oh well. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know. If you hear voices, it's because there's a door right here. It is what it is. Oh, look at this. That's what it is. So again, one of the few fast food places I still eat. It's good. I enjoy it. Oh my gosh, I got the sauce on me. The good kind, though. The good sauce. That's habanero, right? In quesadillas? I think it is. It's good stuff. Just one with a plain Mountain Dew today. It just felt like a plain Mountain Dew today. So I got the meal, and it comes with a crunchy taco as well. So we're gonna eat that too. Agreed. Agreed. I love quesadillas. Taco Bell is pretty decent ones. They're not bad. I love their tacos though. Tacos are good. 2 more. Oh, it's just a big one. That's funny. That is okay. Good stuff. So, yeah, I just decided to bring you guys to Taco Bell. I wonder. Man, we got some big fluffy clouds today. Are you? That's cool. I guess we'll see. Round 2 is done, right? Like he got injured. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's a great quarterback. Yep. Tua. I don't have the Sunday ticket, so I haven't been able to watch many Dolphins games, but at least they have the option now, because YouTube has a Sunday ticket. So that is actually a really good thing, because if you buy that, then you can watch all the out-of-network games. And before, like, for the longest time, you could never do that. So that is nice. Like, that is a good thing. Because being a Dolphins fan, when you live on the opposite side of the country for like the longest time, you'd never be able to watch the games. So at least now, like, if you wanted to, you'd have the option. My bag is like blowing away. I gotta hold it, sorry. Hold on. There we go. Put my soda on top of it. Hello. It's a nice day. It was good. Good taco. And some meat in there. It's cloudy and rainy. We got some nice big white fluffy clouds here today. You guys want me to show you around though? Yeah? We can walk around. That is a nice day. Agreed. We can walk around a little bit. It's pretty nice. I'm very happy about that because I've been moving furniture a lot at work. Just, it was nice to get a nice day. My day off. I have a nice lawn right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. You can see that. Pretty nice lawn here. My bad. Yep, named the large soda today. No. You guys notice how in my streams above my TV, you guys know I have a TV behind me in my streams. You guys know, like, above my TV, I'm sure you noticed, like, there's like a sign there now. That's a street sign. It says Dan Marino Ave. Yep, Dan Marino, he's my quarterback. Do I think he was the best? Am I that arrogant to say that Dan Marino was the greatest of all time? No. I think at one time he was. Yeah. But, like, I would be really arrogant to take that from Tom Brady. Or Joe Montana. Like, if you want to arguably say Joe Montana, alright. But, like, I would be really arrogant to take that from either of them. Yeah, at one time, Dan Marino, yeah, for sure. So yeah, he's my quarterback, and I love watching him play. I grew up watching him, but like, I'm not gonna be so arrogant as to say, he's the GOAT. No, that's Tom Brady. Can't take that from him. He earned it. Cheers, Tom. um, there's a lot of good quarterbacks out there though. Like Peyton Manning too. Eli Manning was a good quarterback too. Can't take that from him either. He's a good quarterback. Do I like Tyreek? You mean Tyreek Hill? Yeah. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Who doesn't? I was sad to see Ajayi go a few years back. I was sad to see him go. He was a really good player. Yeah, Peyton Manning is up there for me too, as far as like top quarterbacks too. Um, um, Saints. Saints. Who am I trying to think of? Saints. He just retired. Him too. Why can't I think of it? It's like right there. I just, for some reason, it's like that thing, It's like the tip of your tongue sort of thing. Darn. He's good. He's great. Do not underplay him. He is great. I used to run him. I would draft him to the Dolphins when I was playing Madden, like way back. When I played Madden, I would draft him to the Dolphins. What's his name? The Saints quarterback that was like amazing, and he just retired recently. Pretty sure he's a Hall of Famer. Him. I would draft him, and I would just annihilate the season with him. For sure. Not necessarily bad changes, though. Just you must evolve. You must adapt and evolve to survive the test of time, right? A lot of these football organizations that tried to come to be, I think, sort of kind of did so during times where like a lot was going on. Like, how unfortunate was that for that league to get started right when COVID hit? How unfortunate was that, right? That was awful. And there were some big names that invested in that too. Yeah, it's not fun to have to go through that. And I know feelings are true. I truly love you. Oh, best friend. You making me live. Look at this. Look at this sky. Look at that. see this? That is one hell of a sky today, let me tell you what. I'll be honest with you, there are a lot of times where I come out of here and like I look at the sky and there's like literally like the most beautiful sunset you'll ever see, you know? It's awesome. Michael Dead Channel says L channel. Alright, well, Michael Dead Channel, your channel's apparently dead, so don't care about your opinion. See you. Yeah, look at this. Should we sit right here? Just right here. Just right here. If I was another streamer, I would demand a certain amount of super chats first. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look. You see that? Oh my gosh. No way. Did you see that? So, okay, there was two people wearing identical outfits riding a yellow moped. That was phenomenal. What? I hope they come in here. Non-tent loser? Yeah, that's not what your mom said. Look at this sky. Yeah, man. Yeah. What's up?
What do you stream on?
Just YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your YouTube channel?
Sifu.
Sifu?
Sifu Smith.
Sifu Smith? How do you spell that? C-E-F-U?
No, S-I-F-U.
S-I-F-U Smith?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look you up.
Yeah, man.
I saw you right before. I was wondering like what you were doing.
I just stream games.
Oh, really? You're a gamer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool though. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I love this Taco Bell. You guys always make good food here, so
Really?
that's why I always come here. And you guys are always so polite. And
Thank you.
Yeah, no
appreciate
problem,
that a
man, no
lot.
problem.
Thank you. I was just curious, you know?
Yeah,
I
dude,
appreciate
that's cool,
that a
man.
lot, though. I really do, you know, because you do to art, so I appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. We got nice skies, nice weather, nice people. We got some good conversation going. Yeah, that was nice. That was very sweet. Good conversation, very nice of him to say. Look at this sky here. Look. Yeah, he was just on break, having a cig. Just stopped me, asked me if I was live streaming, told him about my channel, complimented the good food here, and he appreciated that. It was very, very good exchange. I appreciate that. Look at the sky, man. I can't get over it. Look at this. We have just a beautiful day today. See, y'all wonder why I come out here. I drive out here. And why I'm out here? That's why. People are nice. This is why I can contrast and compare. And I know y'all on this platform got some props. Not the people in this chat today. A lot of you have been really positive, really nice. But I just mean like just in general, like contrast and comparison. I get on this platform. Almost nobody actually. The very nice people that I interact with around here, you know, and deal with in real life. Almost none of you. Except, you know, the ones that I find that are few and far between, you know, that do come and chat, and obviously you guys see that, and there's a positive interaction. They're reasonable people. And that's all there is to it. Man. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I know. We got people coming in chat saying non-10, yada, yada, yada. I mean, it's the sort of thing where, you know, they're upset that they're getting called out for doing stuff on the platform they shouldn't be doing. It's that simple. Meanwhile, I'm very slowly gaining real subs, people that matter, people that are good people and stuff like that, and this is what's bothering to them, you know? That's it. And then they just come in by storm. You know, type the messages in chat. You guys see it. But anyway, yeah, the Dolphins, yeah, for sure. It's not like I can really get a chance to, we'll probably actually have a lot more to talk about if we get anywhere this season, but we probably won't. Tua is the man. And unfortunately, I think he's out now with injury. And I think it's the sort of thing where the franchise, I don't want them to start talking about this, but they're going to, regardless of whether we want it or not, they're going to start talking about, options. That's all I'm saying. And I hope not, but, he's gotten injured enough times now where he hasn't had a chance to be the key player that they needed just because of that. It had nothing to do with anything that was his fault. Flat out, he never had the protection he needed when he needed it. And the biggest, most ruthless guy on the other team will slam him down on his head and take advantage of, what they know is a problem for him. They will do it. I was very unhappy with the Bengals franchise a few years back when Tua, knowing that he had those problems, and this is right after that scandal having to do with, his head injury or whatever. Right after that, he's playing this game against the Bengals, and this guy who was going to tackle him, instead of tackling him normally, he grabs him around the midsection and slams him, he suplexes him on his head. Like a German suplex? That's what he did to Tua. And there was no unnecessary roughness call, there was nothing, the guy wasn't ejected, nothing happened. And then Tua was out, everybody saw it. You guys remember where his fingers were bending back and it looked really bad? That was what I'm talking about. There was nothing. And meanwhile, slowly but surely, you see really bad stuff start to happen after that, where the NFL does start to take action against plays like that. But the problem is, they are going to take action against plays like that, but for them to initially do it, it's going to sort of look like to the Bengals organization, oh, well, they came after us, just this one thing. So you have to realize that on paper it's a little bit different, the NFL, the NFL is going to, the NFL is going to do what the NFL needs to do to essentially investigate this in a proper manner that's going to look, it's not going to look like, okay, we just attacked the Bengals organization because they had a recluse guy, yada yada, didn't make the call like they should have, and all that, okay? So you know what I mean? Like that's all there is to it. So anyway, they're yelling they're yelling stuff. That's funny. What do they yell? I think they're just yelling, "Hey." I have stuff to do today. I do actually have some stuff I gotta do today. It's my day off, like I said. I do actually have stuff to do. Oh my goodness. These are some, I can't get over what a nice day it is. But yeah, they'll investigate that, I'm sure, but like, that's the point, like I said, with them, they need a little bit more than just that. They need like, okay, so this is a recurring problem, and then now it's systemic, so now we can do something, we can prove that we need to do something. Thank you. I'm assuming that we're coming from the Taco Bell. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I'm not the most popular person on the internet. I sort of call things out and call out BS when I see it. So, you know, I tend to incur a lot of issues with people that I've called the said BS out on. That makes sense. But I appreciate this. I appreciate the support. Thank you. Oh man. Good food. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, what a beautiful day it is today. But anyway, yeah, I just, you know, obviously the Dolphins are probably done for the season. Like, we all know this at this point. What else can I really say? Like I said, I haven't really, now that YouTube TV has the Sunday Ticket, like that's how you're gonna watch out of network games. So I don't have the Sunday Ticket. I really don't. But you know, that might be something I eventually do, and then I'll be more, you know, up to date on like the games and stuff, but I'll talk about it. But like, it's not, you guys know that like I've always been into martial arts, you know, been a martial arts instructor for a long time, and so like it's more with sports, like it's more to me what you can gain out of like, you know, learning how to use martial arts with the sport and stuff like that. What do you get out of that? So, you know, like, I actually like looking at football and stuff like that, American football, in the sense that, like, well, why is it like, what are the physics that goes behind the fact that, like, these giant guys can so easily, you know, brick wall these dudes that work really hard. You know, even though they work really hard, they get really strong, it doesn't matter. Sheer size matters. in a sport like that. So like, why is that? And then how do you as a martial artist, having with all that knowledge, then understand it's actually more about leverage and exact points of pressure and stuff like that. So you start realizing, well, the immovable object isn't so immovable if you make him move himself. Stuff like that. So you start learning, how the good tacklers were good tacklers throughout, history and stuff like that. They had prior knowledge. They just understood strategies and things. That might not be so obvious to you and me and stuff like that. It's not necessarily about pushing really hard and stuff like that. It's more about the push-pull. It's more about, you get this guy even moving this direction a couple of inches, not even, a couple of centimeters. And then suddenly, that huge guy, you yank him back the other way and he goes. Because he is huge. It's his own weight, it's his own leverage against him. So, these guys that understood these concepts at various times, and they may not have been able to put it into words like that, but it's the sort of thing where, like, at various times, these huge guys might have understood these concepts. So then they became unstoppable. They started understanding concepts like, it's like the guys that were huge, but they would run down the field like, the smaller guys that can, weave in and out and stuff like that. And then they got the long legs on top of it. It's like, how does he do that? Well, the point is he became flexible. He can stop and turn on a dime. A lot of these guys, they just get big, they don't get flexible. So, you wanna do both, get flexible. Do a full split. You wanna be that big guy that's better than everybody else. Can you do a full split? Probably not. Suddenly, you start learning how to do stuff like that. Things that that you'd never even consider. You start getting flexible. You start learning, oh my gosh, now I can combine my agility, my dexterity with my legs, with that speed and that power that I was using before. Whereas before I couldn't do that. And it was literally just came down to flexibility. The ability to stop and turn on a dime, because if you do that without being flexible, you just injure yourself, right? Like, that's the point. Yeah, that's the point. This is what these guys do. So this is how a good coach coaches. This is how a good fitness coach does things. And then at the same time, it just takes these guys to understand these concepts. They have to be smart enough to apply them and let it sink in, and then also then let the millions and millions of dollars not get to their heads, because they're NFL. They're NFL paid people, And so, there's tons of money there, and it happens. They're celebrities, yada yada. So there's all kinds of variables people don't consider. It's not as simple as what you see. It's really not. It's a lot. How much can I bench? More than my own weight. I don't really have an exact number for you. More than my own weight, which is what's important for martial arts. Push-ups and benching and stuff like that, yes, it's important, but it's also important to remember that flexibility is strength. Flexibility is key. And you could get all this muscle, and it actually works against you if you don't have flexibility. I used to have guys come in that, you let them get close to you, even once. That, yeah, like you'd be down, you wouldn't even see it coming. But the point is, would you let them get close? So then it becomes down to if a kicking stylist had the ability to and was very skilled, could easily just keep somebody at bay like that and just get them from a distance every single time, regardless of that skill or anything like that, in a fight that is not like in a ring and stuff like that, and with rules and all that. So that's the point. Is I would see these guys all the time that would understand this. They'd get into a real fight and maybe somebody would toss them. As soon as they get thrown, they just have no idea what to do and stuff like that. Whereas as soon as they're on their feet, and as long as they can hit you, they get it. They're fine, and they're big guys. But maybe they got thrown or somebody cracked them from behind or something like that, and they just don't. So this is why they came in. At some point they realized, well, boxing ain't it. It's very good one-on-one versus, somebody else. It was one-on-one in that situation. Yeah, for sure. But then, all the other variables, no, you need martial arts. You need to learn how to actually defend yourself and learn those skill sets that you have. You get very attuned, but to be adjusted to, multiple scenarios, any situation that would come at you. And a lot of the guys that learned boxing, a lot of it was, they were huge. And it was the sort of thing where they were so unflexible, they can't even lift their foot like a foot off the ground. The sort of thing where they can't even lift it to a 90-degree angle and just hold it straight out in front of them. It would be like a complete joke. That's why, anybody that asks me, oh, Donnie Yen or Mike Tyson or something like that, that's why, that's just a laughing matter. It's sort of like a joke. Are you kidding? Are you joking? Or, I'm actually confused that, people think that.
I watch you on YouTube.
Thank you.
I love your stuff.
Thanks, man.
I'm your #1 fan.
Thank you. That's funny. Anyway, the point is, it's, we get to the certain point where these guys, they realize that, that's not it. And so they have to become more flexible, and they have to learn how to, utilize more skill sets and stuff like that. And, they can't lift their leg past, a foot off the ground, 90-degree angle, that sort of thing. And, that's what we often have to work on, that flexibility. And as soon as they start getting that up and working on that, it's kind of amazing how quick these guys start getting everything else, because they've been doing martial arts for freaking ever. It's just a matter of, oh, I haven't been doing this too, so now I apply this to this, and boom, I'm instantly better. Imagine if okay, like how Joe Rogan sort of craps on like certain martial arts and stuff like that, and he's right to a degree, because some of these guys are phonies, flat out. Yeah, flat out, they are. But he has to realize that some of them aren't. Some of these masters and stuff that you don't hear of actually can do some pretty crazy stuff. And things that would seem like magic to other people, it's really just a very attuned skill that it's that good. And they're just that good at it. And so to him, because he never realized that part of the art and applied that to what he knows about the art, it's completely foreign to him. The moment he sees it, he thinks it's wrong. It's completely foreign. He doesn't get it. And so he ignores it. He cuts it out of his brain and thinks it's fake, it's not real, and it wouldn't actually apply anything because, again, he doesn't understand it. So he's never willing to apply it and try it. And so a lot of what he doesn't like, and like the manipulations and stuff like that, this is exactly what it is. It's flexibility. It's the ability to understand how much power you can get from your body simply by twisting or shifting your footwork in such a way that, you know, it's literally all about your footwork. Any boxer should know that it's all about your footwork anyway. So like that's the point. Like you learn to use dragon and a lot of these animals and stuff like that in such a way that, yeah, to somebody that just punches and kicks and stuff like that and has never really done manipulations and stuff, they would see it and just have no clue. But then the moment you use it on them, they're like, oh, they're a believer. Because I've seen guys like this. They come into the school and they talk exactly like that. But then, you know, that's the point. You show them these cool techniques. That's how you would gain new students. You'd show them like one really cool technique, but you'd actually do it on them. You know, you'd be like, all right, well, if you think it doesn't work, go ahead. Give me a strike, go ahead. And you just do it to them. And as soon as they feel the technique, they immediately realize how good it is. They feel it. They feel their body being manipulated and moved that way, and it being done to them. You know, there's times where, you know, people were in doubts of like, you know, certain types of breaks and stuff like that. And you know, all it took was me, you know, sort of kind of demonstrating how easy it would be with very little pressure, not even trying. And it's like, okay, you know, like you see they're there, oh, okay, that's enough, you know, like it's that sort of thing, like you know, like pressure points, you know, things like that, where people are doubtful of how this stuff works just because they don't understand the medical side that actually goes into this, you know, the actual the science side of things that goes into this. And then you do it and they're like, yeah, okay, you know. One of the most fun experiences I had with this was a guy that was he was a karate guy. And he came in a long time ago. This was actually when I was still just a student, and even I was learning. And I was learning to be an instructor. So this was part of my instructor training was to try to help this guy understand. So what I did, and my instructor complimented me on this. He said it was great. Basically, this guy was in doubt that my technique that I was doing would actually work, and he was actually doubting the upper techniques and stuff like that and talking to me about it. And so my instructor just gave a smile and he said, go ahead and do it. He just said, go ahead and do it. He gave me a big smile and he said, go ahead and do it on. So I said, okay. And he grabbed me. It was a bear hug. It was a bear hug escape. And he was doubtful that I could do it. Is if he gripped as hard, you know, harder than, you know, he doubted that it would work. And it was the elbows. It was the one with the elbows. Anybody knows the one with the elbows that works with all the people that doubt the twisting and the friction and the spins and stuff like that. Don't doubt it because it works. And so yeah, he grabbed, and the point was that, like, he really thought he was going to grab me that hard that he couldn't. No, that's the point. The harder you grab, the more my friction and my training will kick in and work against you. So because he grabbed harder and I couldn't do it any other way, I had to physically just put a lot of torque into it. And yeah, boom, and I elbowed him in the temple and he let go. He let go real quick and started laughing. He started laughing. He grabbed his face. His nose wasn't bleeding, but like he was kind of grabbing his nose a little bit and looking at his hand too. So I must have caught him in the nose too. But the point was, I pulled it too, and it was still enough to make him let go, and he was laughing. He said, "No, you were right. You warned me. You told me, and it worked." So, yeah, he believed after that and stuck around. But that's the point, is you gotta prove it, and unfortunately, you know, like, unless you do it, unless you see it, you do it, and you feel that, you do techniques with somebody, there really isn't any way to understand that. There isn't. There is no way. Absolutely zero. You will never get it. And this is my message to Joe Rogan or anybody that doesn't understand how it works. I'm not calling you dumb or anything. Like, you probably understand martial arts just fine. It's just that you've always seen it a certain way and never accepted this side of it. And so, you know, to you, it seems bogus and phony. And I get it. There's some phonies out there for sure. But it's not. It really is legit. And you know, you just have to take the leap of faith a little bit to kind of understand how to look at the ones that are legit versus, because yeah, there's some guys out there that just make some crazy YouTube videos, and it's like, some of it's kind of funny, like, you know, there's almost no context to what they're doing and stuff like that, and then they just do this really weird thing, and I'm like, that's not even how you do that. What? It's just wrong. The Taco Bell, I do see you guys. You guys are watching. That's cool. I'm probably gonna head out of here. I wasn't planning on necessarily hanging out like all day or anything like that, obviously. I'll get another drink. I might get another drink. Taco Bell crew watching. Thank you guys. Taco Bell. You guys are awesome. I know, right? I'm trying to like hang my phone up. I'm probably like, what is going on with that? Boogadoo, 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 boogadoo. Anybody else's car do that? Boogadoo, boogadoo. Just that sound. That's exactly the sound it makes. Makes that exact sound. That's what it sounds like. Boogadoo, boogadoo. $77 degrees. Boogadoo, boogadoo, boogadoo. Boogadoo, 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 boogadoo. Guys, remember, if I do this, there'll be zero interaction with chat whatsoever. I'm not even going to look at it. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to interact with it whatsoever. I'm just going to drive. Just throwing that out there for everybody. Gotta remember. You gotta remember. You gotta drive. Yep, just drive, guys. Just drive. Please. This stop sign here, and it's actually not a four-way. Yeah, so I gotta wait for some traffic here. Probably get a drink. Probably get another drink. Keep the fluids going. Keep the fluidity going. Fluidity. My fluidity. I have to keep my fluidity going, guys. This doesn't even sound right. My fluidity. Snap Fitness. It's that one place. That place is called Snap Fitness. That's what they should do. That's what they should do. They should have an ad. It should be like Snap Fitness. Oh, that one was loud. That's my bat. In case y'all wondering, anybody hear that noise and they're like, what does he have in his car that is making all this noise all the time? It's a bat. Got a bat back there. Aluminum bat. Like a baseball bat. Yeah. Baseball bat. These clouds, man, are something else. Beautiful. Beautiful clouds. Beautiful. Beautiful clouds. Beautiful. It's my bat. We need like awesome filter. What's an awesome filter? What's this one? Oh, that one's dumb. I don't like that one. What's this one? Oh. Where are all my bubbles and stuff? The bubble filter is just so absurd. Yeah, like it puts bubbles on the screen, but then like you can like kind of like move it, like swipe them and stuff. There you go. There you go. Yes, and look at the sky while I get a drink. That's right. That's right. Yep, you can look at the sky. By the way, I appreciate all of you that came in here from Taco Bell and started watching. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Anybody that supports this channel is awesome. You are awesome. Even if you don't support this channel, I'm sure you're still awesome. But I'm specifically calling you out for supporting this channel because I want to, because you deserve to be called out for being awesome. Give me a sec, I'll be back. I guess. I love Full Throttle. Who doesn't love Full Throttle? Who doesn't love it? You need to love Full Throttle. You need to. Damn. Boogadoo. 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 There's like these little Tesla charging stations here. Look at this. I know there's something behind me, you dumb. Yes, it is. See it back there? That's a Tesla thing. Should we go look at it? Oh, there you go. You can see it there. See it? I mean, like, I'm sure you guys have them where you guys live too, but like, some people don't, I guess. I mean, they're not everywhere, but they're a lot more common now. Yeah, Sheets are getting them now. That's where we went. I love Full Throttle, man. This is just the original too. By the way. By the way. We got stuff to do. We got stuff to do. We got stuff to do. I like that. Non-10. Guys, we make all kinds of non-10 here. Yeah. That's all we do. Non-10. You ever heard of a band called Nonpoint? Yeah, it's the sort of thing where like that just really doesn't bother me. I think it's kind of fun. It's just funny actually. Non-10. I'm fine with that. That's cool. Yep. We got non-10 all day long, 24/7, 36. Well, no, not 365. 365 is only 365. Go watch 365. But we got plenty of non-10, that's for sure. Yep. Prohibited trucks beyond this point. Oh man. No trucks beyond that point. Prohibited. Ugh. Blinded by the light. I'm melting. Now it's in my head. I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something to say. Look, I'm Batman. See? See, I'm Batman. Batman. Oh, well, there we go. There we go. Batman. Yeah. 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 Look at this, guys. Look. I just wanted to show you guys. Look at the sky. Look at this. We got a nice sky today. Yeah, look at that, man. I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something to say. Check out my shorts. You guys should check out my shorts. You guys want some more content? Check out my shorts. Do some vocal covers. Some vocal covers. Yeah, I sing some stuff. You can always check them out. And then we obviously do. I mean, you guys know we stream games and stuff too, but like, I just feel at a certain point, a lot of folks wanted to be kind of let into the real life of the streamer, you know, and that's just generally what's going to happen. And so that's why we started doing more real life stuff, because a lot of people started asking for it. That's literally it. A lot of people wanted this and that and the other thing. What you guys have to realize is putting your entire lives on the internet really isn't a good idea. So like, yeah, some things you don't want to just put out there, but then other things, yeah, like as long as you know what you're doing, you're fine. You know, with what you're doing, you know how to do it, you're fine. You know, do it. You know, but just protect yourself. Yeah, that's it. So that's why we started doing this, and you know, just to help people relate, and then also, you know, see different parts of the country, really, like for those who might live on the opposite side of the country or something like that, confused about how things are. You know, they probably, you know, maybe lied by propaganda or whatever. You know, they think it's like all crazy here or something crazy there or something. Like, it's really not. You know, maybe some folks are fooled by propaganda or something and stuff like that. So you can always just, you know, for yourself, pull it up and be like, well, there's at least one streamer I know that lives in this area. You know, it's not like that at all. You know, it's really not. People aren't acting like that. It's just sort of how they act on the internet. It's true. Yeah, people just act crazy on the internet. Yeah, now the ones that obviously they shouldn't carry it into your real life, but like, yeah, it's really just a lot of people acting that way on the internet. I gotta be honest with you. Full Throttle Original Citrus is probably slowly becoming one of my favorites. I always liked it, but I don't know, just something about it. It has like that original, I don't know, there's just so many energy drinks out there that I don't like. And there's so many out there too. And there's so many out there that are, like, obviously I don't condone them for everybody. Don't drink it all the time. But doesn't mean that if you're not athletic and, you know, whatever your reasoning, you know, is what it is, you know. It's just folks look at like essentially just folks these days, if you have a can like this in your hand, they view you a certain way. That's what a lot of I think this culture is essentially. They view people a certain way just because they want to drink an energy drink or something like that, or wear colorful sunglasses. Right. So I enjoy part of the problem, guys, is that with these woods around here and stuff, like, I enjoy hiking, but when we go back in the woods, I lose signal. That's why we, like, some of you are like, oh, why don't you stream for, that's why. Like, literally just zero signal. Can't do it. So, like, this is why, like, I started doing uploads and stuff like that. You guys wondered why I did the uploads, you know, and stuff like that. That's why I have to. A lot of those trails, flat out, nothing, nada. Literally just nada. This is why. I've said this before, but I feel like people momentarily at times sort of judge somebody and base their entire opinion on somebody based on one thing, and they shouldn't do this. This is the problem. So like I feel like too many people have like done this with me or other people on the platform where they're like, oh, well, this guy could easily do this, but he's not. So I'm walking away from this guy because if he's not doing this and I can clearly see he should be, then he's not doing what he should be doing. So why would I want to work with that guy when he's not doing what he should be doing? Except the problem is they don't know unless they ask. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like had like let's say they did that. We're like, oh, why isn't he doing this? Streaming in the forest and stuff. He has all this dense forest. Had they asked, they probably would have known. And so, like, that's the point. Oh, okay, well, then that suddenly makes sense, right? It's every time. And even some of the forests where, like, all right, so, like, no lie, I took you guys on a hike with me before. If you guys remember, we live streamed an entire hike before. Okay? But that's only because I just so happened to find a mountain with a cell phone tower on it. So that's the only reason I was able to do that. And it's not like we won't do it again. It's just realized that was literally like the one-off time I was able to do something like that. Well, I found a mountain with a cell phone tower on it. And as soon as I walked around to the other side of the mountain, I started having connection problems. So that was why we had those problems that day too. It was as soon as I started walking down the other side of the mountain, so I had to run back. Yeah. It was an issue of not knowing if I had enough time to do it, finish it. I had something to do that day. And then at the same time, it was longer. I guess I took the wrong route or something like that. It happens. I didn't have a map on me. I was just sort of kind of going by a built map that was there. And I think what it was I looked at the map wrong because I looked at where I was parked and was incorrect about where I was parked. Just looking at the map because I didn't look. The map was further down the trail. I didn't look at it initially when I was parked. So that's the issue. I hiked for a bit, then found a map. That's the issue. Yeah, because like when you hike for a bit, it's like, well, where's my point of reference now? I have to sort of kind of guess, well, maybe this is the right landmark, but maybe that's also this landmark. So I figured it out eventually, but yeah, you definitely, when you hike and stuff, especially around here, dense woods and stuff, always have a map, always look at it beforehand. I just felt comfortable, you know what I mean? Like I'm comfortable with, I spent many years, backpacking and stuff like that. I know how to, survive and find my way back, that sort of thing, and all that. So it's not like it was really that big a deal. Man, somebody's like really interested in the next part of this stream. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. I got so much positivity today. Did you see that guy? The one guy when we were in the parking lot at Taco Bell? He's rolled up in his car and he was all positive. Like, that's awesome. Yeah, like, even if he was... I'm pretty sure it was the sort of thing where he was doing the opposite. He was trolling. But that's okay because he didn't do anything negative. Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure he was literally just like, yeah, I think you're... You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure... But I don't know that. You know what I mean? Like, it was the sort of thing where it was like... It kind of sounded that way, but it was positive. It was awesome. So I just said thanks and yeah. So what you have to realize is, like, these folks on this platform that are trolls, they could troll and just be positive if they wanted to. You know what I mean? Like, literally, they could do that and get all that they want out of being super, super, ultra positive, but they don't do it. It's sort of like, reminds me of another streamer I know that he does it that way too. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but he does it that way too, and that's the point. Like, he recognized that in himself. So in order to get what he wants out of trolling, like, he feels like he needs to do this. So in order for him to justify needing to troll, he'll just be positive. He'll just be endlessly positive. And, you know, like, that's the point. Well, the worst somebody can do is say, well, then, you know, like, that's... I never know whether what you're saying is true or false. So, see ya, you know. And that's fine. But at least it wasn't negative, you know. At least it wasn't, you know, like that. Taco Bell was so good, man. Yeah, I go there. You know, they do the scholarship thing too. I've donated to that. I typically donate to that. It's good that they do that. Other places do that too. I think it's like the sort of scholarship thing where it helps employees, right? It helps employees get scholarships and, like, through their program and stuff. I think that's how it works. I just know that when I looked it up, like, originally a while back, it seemed like a good program, so I didn't mind donating to it. But that was the sort of thing where, like, when they asked initially a while back, I went and looked it up, and I know after I looked it up, I was like, all right, this seems okay. It's just the sort of thing where you always want to look it up at least. But it seems fine to me. Always look things up and make sure that, like, it's a legit thing, because you never know, like, all the scams out there that are like claiming to be charitable and stuff like that. And then they say they donate a certain percentage, but really it just goes into an account, and you're supposed to trust them to do it. You know what I mean? Appreciate you guys. Yeah, I have stuff to do today, or would be streaming. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. Today's my day off. You guys know I've been trying to jump on Final Fantasy 16 as much as possible as soon as I get home, but until I get my sleep schedule, you know, or reoriented, it's just going to be tough to make sure that I'm, you know what I mean, to make sure that I'm able to do that, and, you know, able to stream with you guys in a way that makes sense for my sleep schedule. Because yes, I do want to just get on and stream. Like, I love doing that, but, like, I also do want to get something that you guys can count on, obviously. You know, like a regular thing. Obviously, I want that. and you know, like that was why 16 was that game. And I always told you guys like some of my top RPGs are Final Fantasy games. That's why I always said that, like that's my top like RPG franchise. And that's why I always said like RPGs are my favorite. Like these are some of the games I spent the most time playing growing up. Final Fantasy 8, 10, 12. I mean 7 too, but like everybody knows that, right? Just a given. 15, I love it too. Love 15 as well. So yeah, like I spent just like so much time playing these things growing up. So many friends that played them too, and I was just always talking about them. That you know, this is something I knew. I just didn't spend a lot of time talking about it. I didn't want to build it up, you know, and be disappointed or whatever. But I'm not at all. And I'll always grade it fairly. Just because it's a Final Fantasy game, I'm not going to just implicitly accept it. I'm going to hold them. You guys know by now. I hold people. You know, like I literally will just be like, no, this is terrible. Why are like, well, regardless of whether it's my favorite game like ever and I love it, this is terrible. You can fix this. You know, I will always do that with you guys, and I will always be that person. I will always be what Gordon Ramsay has taught us we need to be. You know, essentially, at the end of the day, if the food is crap, the atmosphere is crap, it's overpriced, you're not even paying the employees, and you're just like you can't even serve a single plate of food that looks edible. It's the sort of thing where well, at the end of the day, whose fault is that really, except the owner? You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, that's just literally at the end of the day, it's the owner's fault. Literally, there's nobody else's fault at the end of the day, except his. So like, you just need to accept responsibility. And I'm always going to be that person that tells you, you know, like at the end of the day, this is all this company, or this is all this company. You know, it's up to them to ultimately fix this. And then I'll say it if it's not. If I truly believe it's not, at the times where it's not, and I truly believe that that's acceptable to say that, I'll be honest about that, because there's times when this happens where it is hard to look at something and understand why it's going on, but there's also times where that's not the case. Yeah, there's plenty of times where that's not the case. And you know, we just want to always look at things appropriately. You know, like all right, for example, Final Fantasy 16. Okay, I'm not all the way through the game yet. All right, I have played it 4 or 5 hours, right? Something like that. But out of the 4 or 5 hours we've played it, we've had fun. We know enough about the game to say that I want to keep playing it. I want to know more about the story, and I'm interested. I'm having fun. I love the art. When I'm not playing it, I'm thinking about it. So, like, these are all good things. These are all, like yes, this is a good game. And if you guys remember, what is, like, that one thing I told you guys is so important for a game, especially these new games coming in? Playability, replayability. So most games don't understand what it is that wants people to sit and go, man, I want to play that. And you think about it, and stuff like that. And you talk to your friends about it, you make your friends want to play it, and stuff like that. Final Fantasy has this ability. And this new game, in my opinion, is no exception. But that's just my opinion. And that's why I wanted to talk to you guys. Like, this is why this is a good example. So this is where, you know, not everybody would necessarily agree with me, because they might be fans of the franchise and might not necessarily like the battle system. And that's a perfectly acceptable answer, reason to dislike the game, why you don't necessarily want to play it. However, don't be one of the people that sits there and literally tries to say the game is trash, yada yada yada. Somebody else might like that. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. A lot of people really, really didn't like the trigger system in Final Fantasy 12. They could not stand this. And then with Final Fantasy 13 coming out and being sort of not in a good spot, the franchise, yeah, like it wasn't good around there. And so the core fans really brought it back and really reminded everybody, this is the point. Like, that didn't ruin the game for everybody. It ruined the game for the people that were, yelling the loudest and angry about the fact that, like, they literally just couldn't relive the same Final Fantasy X they wanted to keep reliving. It's those people. It's literally them. It's literally the people that can't relive their nostalgia over and over, and they get really mad that this new thing isn't their nostalgia. This is like so many people. And 12 had a trigger system, so eventually the game plays itself. You get so good, you could sit there and like just go, just like, just sit back and go, and just like let the game play itself. And it ruined it for some people. But for others looked at it like, well, actually, like, I was more interested in the story, and there's a lot of systems in that game, so I liked the idea that I could think ahead and plan it out, and then let the game play itself, and then just enjoy it. I actually liked that. Well, that's actually what some people said. I didn't do this. I did use the trigger system, as everybody's going to, but I didn't use it to the extent that some people did. I usually just kind of, it sort of plays itself a bit, but I mean, it is what it is. I still enjoyed playing the game, and obviously used that, but I still loved the game and still enjoyed it. This is my point with 16. With 16, yes, it's a very different battle system than from what you're used to. Everybody wants that. Everybody wants turn-based back. The folks that liked, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and even 6, maybe even 7. Oftentimes are not the people that liked some of the other games, because again, you switched how the RPG aspect works with the battle system, essentially having all the time in the world to plan a strategy versus real-time strategies and stuff like that. It is different. And one is somebody that enjoys action-based games, thinking in the moment, doing, and the other is somebody that enjoys planning. I can see the fun in both. So since I'm somebody that does that, this is why I can sort of kind of do a little bit of everything. Not everybody can do this, and so this is what you get when you like you divide the fan base a little bit with changing the battle systems to a turn from turn-based. To hack and slash and yada yada yada. You're gonna get people that want to see Devil May Cry like things in the game. They want to see it look sort of like that, but then at the same time, it better be Final Fantasy 2. You can't disappoint Final Fantasy fans, because again, this game is our lore. This is our backstory. These are the icons, the Aeons and stuff like that. So you want to do it right. And so far, I actually really, really enjoy the story. I really enjoy the lore. I like the terminology they used. Sometimes it changes from Final Fantasy to Final Fantasy. This is okay. They are different games. They should be. And if it's standing on its own 2 feet and not just being, 15-2 or whatever, with different characters, without it being that, it needs to be its own thing. It needs to have a different battle system. It needs to have a different look and feel to it. Otherwise, it is the same game, and it's not Final Fantasy. That's the point, guys. And I think this is what folks miss is just that, you know, you don't want to relive your same nostalgic, and otherwise you don't create nostalgia for anybody else. You don't have next generation. You just have the same thing over and over and over. I apologize, but I can't interact or read or like look at chat or anything at the moment, but I will eventually respond and go through that. But yeah, I do think 16 is great. And again, like I said, I didn't even really play it more than the you know, few hours that we've played after, you know, getting home from work, trying to jump on a stream. But I definitely look forward to playing it again and constantly think about it. And that's what you want. This is what we've talked about, you know, just making sure that we create nostalgia again. You know, a game that something that you don't stop thinking about. You want to keep playing it. That's nostalgia. This is something that like essentially you couldn't stop talking about it. You're so excited. It was a good time in your life. You're playing it. It's fun. Yada yada. You talk to your friends. Your friends might play it. You just had a lot of good times. You know, playing that game. That's how you do that. And you know, this game has that potential. This game could do that. Not every game is going to do that, and you don't want every game to do that. Otherwise, you know, you lose sight of what's good and what isn't. You know, you don't, and for sure we got spoiled. We definitely did. The game market got very spoiled for a while in the teens. You know, around like 2015 through like 2017. Even through like 18 and stuff, we just had a huge slew of just a ton of really good games. We did in the late 2000s too, but for sure recently, and you know, like around that time, and this is what's plaguing it now. Essentially, we look back at those and look at now and just go, what happened? And I gotta be honest, what happened is technologies that people want to slap a copyright on, you know, like ray tracing and things like that. You know, you want to add it to your game? Oh, well, you gotta pay us rights, make sure it's front and center, and yada yada yada. Or it's not going to work right, or we're not going to offer support, yada yada. This is like, so there's so many things that do this these days, and it's all like competition and stuff like that. Instead of all trying to work together towards the same goal like we used to. The market is incredibly convoluted with folks trying to go in opposite directions to essentially just sabotage the other company. This is the market now. That's what's happening. And it's PlayStation, Xbox. No, it's not Nintendo. Nintendo's not. They're not part of that. It's PlayStation, Xbox. They have caused this. To say that it was one or the other is incorrect. It's both. Both are doing it at this point. I do agree that originally, way back, one was more than the other. I do agree with that. But then at this point, it's both. Everything's ported too, so like you'll never have this is them working together. This is the only way that they work together. The only way together is essentially to downplay the PC world because they want their comps to sell. So and they're essentially, you can't, you know, this is why like we have all these conspiracies, you know, problems and stuff like that conveniently happen right around, you know, technical issues and stuff,
as I show you things on the screen, I show you performance, you know, things like that of what you can do with, you know, a mid-range this and that. And suddenly they stop offering support for this or that and the other thing. The point is they don't. And I have drawn so much attention to this and ticked off these folks that have these big companies. That's the point. They don't want me to be in the market because I will show you. I will show you that. I will show you what they're doing. They don't like this. The point is they want you to spend $4,000 on a PC and think that that's what you need. That's what they want you to do. It's not the case. They want you to think this. It's how bloatware got started. You guys know, I'm sure you've heard about bloatware and stuff. That's how they started. That's why cookies and trackers started originally, was essentially, you know, to try to figure out a way to market to people, you know, that made sense to help them with these individual problems. But then they were finding out there was too many and they couldn't deal with it. So instead of helping, they did the opposite. And they found it was much more effective for sales, so they just started not caring anymore. That's literally what happened. It's literally what happened. And part of the issue was just the fact that people are so foolish when it comes to tech support. They'll call up the company and just flat out scream at them, yell at them, yada yada. The guy's trying to help them. Meanwhile, this person that doesn't know how to fix their computer is just yelling at the one guy that can. So, like, literally, it's just all these people that used to be in it and stuff like that. Like it's they're so opposite of the way they were. Like it's just, you have to realize there are so many people that were doing this to help these people and stuff like that. And it flipped on its end, where now they're done. You know, nobody wanted to listen. Nobody wanted to actively realize what was happening, and it's flipped on its end now, where it's very easy to fool the public into thinking, you know, oh, you want ray tracing in your game, or you want this in your game. It's like, well, no, not necessarily. You know what I mean? Like, you guys realize that, like, you have an NVIDIA card, your NVIDIA card can just do that. So why would you want it in the game when you can just do it with your NVIDIA card? You guys, you know what I mean? Like there are times where you can just do these things with your software in Windows. So why are they adding it to the game? And so, like, people are just like, turn it on, but don't realize their hardware's doing it already. I pointed out the fact that a while back I pointed out the fact that Hitman 3 did this, and ray tracing was just on all the time. And if I turned it on in the game, it would turn it on twice. It was just so obvious, because it's the sort of thing where I can recognize ray tracing when I see it. I know exactly what it looks like. And so, like, it's just the sort of thing where you just tell it's on. And even still to this day, I turn it on, and it's very obvious it runs twice, because it can't run. Yeah, literally that game you can't turn it on. So the point is, if you have that NVIDIA card, it's just doing it already. That's why. So, like, there's just all these things as to why this is why they've ported everything, yada yada, because the point is, they're sick and tired of optimizing things for people to complain about them. Because they spend so much time doing this, and then people complain anyway. You guys get what I'm saying? Yeah, they spend so much time doing this, and then people complain anyway. So why would they bother doing that when they could just port it and hope for the best? Yeah, so like that's the point. When you port it, that is locked to whatever the highest specs of the cap that they decided for the console that it's released on. So if they capped it at this for this console, that's what it's at, even on your PC. So like that's the point. Like even a lot of times for console stuff is capped. Like your console isn't even running it like the highest it needs to go. So like that's why like some games, that's why like if you guys watch Elden Ring or something like that, and I'm playing that on Series X, you guys wonder why that looks so good. That's why. Yeah, that's why. Because there's a difference. For certain consoles and stuff like that, certain games will cap it versus other ones. So if they just want to cap something for PlayStation, like cap it at a certain FPS or a certain clock rate for GPU, it'll look like crap on that console. That's all they're doing. Yeah, that's all they're doing. So this is the point. And so like this is why you don't want something ported, yada yada yada, because it's just capped. It can't optimize or use your card. And then people think, oh, it's because your system's corrupt. No, it's not using the system properly. It's trying to cap it. It's literally like that. That's why half the time it crashes. It's like the system's like, what is this? Why is it doing this when it can do this? And it tries to do it the right way, and then just goes blah, 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 and it just crashes. It's variables. It's ones and zeros. It's not that it can't do it. It's that it wasn't designed to. So you know, like this is what the average PC user deals with these days, as far as getting trying to get a PC that works. You know, and then dealing with competition, because people will do that. They will buy a PC and they will assume that they need to spend, you know, like this is the point. And this is what the competitors want you to think. And they also talk about anything that the top consoles can do, because they know that those specs are way higher than any PC build that you can think of, and that's why they want to talk about them. That's why they keep talking about them. But it doesn't mean that they are better. It just means that the physical specs of that console are physically the number is higher. It doesn't mean it's PC. It's still a console. And it's still capped at what it's capped at. So as games come out and things get better, fine. But if anything wasn't ported, if they didn't port games anymore, and then you played them on the Series X and the PS5, you would instantly see which is better. Instantly. It would be just zero comparison. You would instantly see it. So these companies are silently working together, and they're lying to you. They are silently working together to make sure that nobody finds out that they are literally and single-handedly trying to dive and nosedive the PC gaming market. Kind of like, you know, we suddenly lose access to remote play features and stuff like that after showing you guys how good that looks when I stream it through my PC. Yeah, again, I am playing it off my Series X, but we are running it through the PC. Yeah, flat out. We are using the video card as more of a capture card. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, it looks the way it does because of that, for sure. We all know that. And they don't, that's the point. Some people with an eye for this stuff have been watching that and going, are you kidding me? That's why they come on and ask about the card and stuff like that. They're like, are you kidding me? Because they're recognizing it too. They're realizing what I'm trying to say. So because they've been working together to nosedive the PC market, this is literally why our games suck these days. This is why. This is literally why. They don't want anything to be not ported anymore. It literally, they will port everything. This is why. Yeah, because that's the point. The very second it's not, you will instantly realize which is the more powerful console. Instantly. It's not that hard to figure out either. We all know which one it actually is. And that's fine. Like, it is what it is. So why do they have such a problem with this? And why is it like... Oh, man. It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, like, I shouldn't lose remote play features. You guys know I've talked about this before. Like, that shouldn't just, like, disappear. Elden Ring shouldn't just randomly stop working. Yeah, like all kinds of hacks and, like, random crazy stuff just because I streamed Elden Ring. And then when you talk to Microsoft on the phone, they try to run this nonsense where they want you to activate the physical... I own the physical disc, and they know that. So they're causing a problem for the physical disc tray. Obviously, that's the hack. So they clearly want everybody, and this is what they tried to do. They tried to get me to activate this digitally, so that way I wouldn't own it anymore. Yeah, that was their fix. So Microsoft is flat out running scams on people. Just flat out. Like, that brazen about it, that obvious, flat out, Microsoft is trying to scam all of you. And this is literally all that's been happening. I'm talking about the fact that literally after I stream Elden Ring, it looks good. They remove the ability to use remote play at all. As soon as I try to use it, it sits there endlessly on a black screen for minutes and minutes and minutes and minutes, and then it just goes disconnected. And again, like, we'll stream it for like 6-8 hours, no problem. But yet the very next time we try to do it, suddenly it has this issue. And it's been every time. And again, we've been doing this over the course of several years, and it's been no different, where essentially it's very obvious they're doing this. And again, when I finally actually talked to somebody at Microsoft, they kept putting me on hold. And again, it was very obvious this guy was trying to get me to activate all of my games digitally. Like, he wanted me to do the whole thing digitally, and again, what the heck? I own that game. Yeah. You need to figure out a way to do this in a way that I'm allowed to use my game. I really don't appreciate the fact that it's sort of obvious that Xbox never wanted to sell a console with a physical disc tray. They never wanted anybody to have this console. It was very obvious to me. That's very sad. Yeah, it's very obvious to me that they never wanted anybody to have this console. Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is, but you know, I mean, this is bad. The fact that we're at this point, but this is the way it is. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that it's, like, this bad. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, the fact that, like, nothing's never ported. You know what I mean? Like, everything's ported. There's nothing that comes out where it's like, oh, okay, finally, this is a... Like, very rarely. And even when it does, it's like... Well, that was a disappointment, you know? Wasn't Starfield even ported? I don't even know. I'm pretty sure it was. Even that, right? I think. Look it up. Oh no. Even something like that, you know? You'd think it wouldn't be. So, I don't know. Oh, man. I got tissue. My nose is like stuffed up. Yeah, I blow my nose. I need to check chat. I know that we had somebody chatting. So I need to check that. But like I said, I wasn't gonna interact with it. I'll try. Pay attention to the road. Truck stop. Vape. Skill game? What's a skill game? Truck stop. Where we have vape and skill games. Who's driving? Driving 25 miles an hour through town. I mean, that's fine. Hopefully they just speed up. They're sort of speed up, slow down right now. Speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down. It's okay. I mean, there are a lot of bumps on this road. I understand that. Sort of have to dodge manhole covers here. I'm pretty sure this person's sticker on their car says bitch fest. Yeah. Yep, that's what's up. That's fantastic.
What's up? Like everything about 16, except having to return to the hubs kills the pacing for me and eventually stops. I gotta get back into it. Yeah, I can understand that. I don't mind it though. There's definitely other ones like this. The other Final Fantasy is kind of like that. I can understand though. Open-ended, vague patents are ruining games and keeping devs from being creative because they can't step on anyone's toes, like what's happening with Power Nintendo. Yes. So the thing with Power World that you have to realize is that while people are going to say this or that, everybody's going to think their own thing. People are going to go, well, this is how it works. You know, everybody makes something new out of the old, you know, and stuff like that. Yes, agreed. Like, for example, if your band has elements of Megadeth and Slayer and stuff like that, yet you write your own music, but it's inspired by this and you can kind of hear it in the music, for sure. Agreed. Completely. Okay? But there's a completely different side of this that you have to realize, that when you make an entire game and pretty much everything in the game looks exactly like everything else in other games, you very clearly have that art style. Like it's that art style. You very clearly just want to sell your product based on the audience of who watches or plays this other game. To me, it is very clear what you were trying to do. To me, it is very clear that you are trying to take the demographic that you know that you can market on PC that this company was unwilling to do, and simply market it there. And also doing this while seemingly, very obviously, again, cartoon, they all look exactly the same, they have sounds that sound the same, like come on. And I agree, like, we do this with other stuff, I get it, but like the point is, it's how similar it gets. They know what they're doing. Nintendo didn't want the PC audience, didn't want to market it to the PC audience, so this other person's gonna literally just take the idea of Pokemon and do it instead. No, I'll never back up anybody that thinks that that's okay. So my point is, yes, there was a reason maybe they didn't want to do that. And so now this other company's going to do it just because they're not doing it? I don't think that should be allowed. Yeah, because the point is they're stealing their ideas to do that. So you could have done that had you not used, I don't know, maybe not a cartoon style? Like, maybe they could have done it and gotten away with it had they put it in, like, Unreal graphics or something like that, but they went ahead and made it all cartoony graphics, so it's very clearly Pokemon. Like, it's just, like, they couldn't have changed it bigger. If they had changed it in a much bigger way, it would have been totally different. That's just my opinion. And I think that's how most legal people are going to look at that. They're going to look at it exactly the same way. They're going to be like, look, come on. How many times can we find a Pokemon that's looks exactly like one of these, sounds like it, even the name is similar? It's a patent issue, not copyright. They're being sued for the capture system, not the way things look. Yeah, so I actually don't know much about the exact, what went through
exactly in the lawsuit itself. I'll be honest, I didn't really look at that, but even just me playing the game, that's kind of my take on it. That's what I saw, you know, essentially, like, how could you not say it's very obvious what they did here? They used the demographic where, again, I said, Nintendo has said no many times, knows this huge demographic is here, and just chosen to say no. So this company knows this, knows that audience was there, and just took advantage of that. And yeah, for sure, like, if they had done it in a different style, not cartoony, you could arguably say, we didn't know. Yeah, we didn't know. We just wanted to make... We like Pokemon games too, but we weren't trying to steal your idea, so we went a little different with it. They could have legit done that. And you arguably can't even say that now. Like, it's the same game. It's Zelda with Pokemon. Sorry. I am not gonna sit here and... Like, everybody wants me to defend this game, I think, but it's... I know that some top streamers have defended it and stuff, probably because they want to play it. And, like, yeah, it's fun. But I can't sit there and arguably agree with that when I know it's not correct. And I know flat out that's literally... It's so obvious to me. I can't do that. Sorry. When they so brazenly copied the idea and are trying to say they didn't, oh come on, man, just own up to it. If they would have owned up to it, they probably would have maybe settled some suit where they could still have the game and just pay them a portion of royalties or whatever. But yeah, and like you said, it's a patent issue, not copyright issue. Yeah, so like that's kind of what I'm getting at. Patent, you know, it's patent stuff. You know, like they have the rights to this, to do this, and all that. So I just don't know all the 100% technical details behind the case. I just, like I said, even just playing it the little that I did. Yeah, like, we had trouble not calling them Pokemon. We're throwing balls at them to catch them. We're throwing balls at them to catch them. They open halfway. You keep many. They're your pals too. You know, like come on. How many like Pokemon references do you need for it to just be Pokemon? I mean, it'd be like... That'd be like if I bought a whole bunch of Pepsi. I bought a whole bunch of Pepsi, right? I brought it home. And then I bought a whole bunch of really cheap generic root beer, right? And then like I mixed it all together. Like I just mixed some Pepsi and some root beer, and then like changed the label, and I was like, this is Sifu's pepper, you know, like Dr. Pepper. This is Sifu's pepper or something like that. But meanwhile, I know flat out what the inside there is literally just Pepsi and root beer from the store. I know that. And other people drinking it probably know that because they can taste it. Yet I'm trying to market this to you as something I came up with. This is what this is like. You know, like somebody that doesn't understand what inspiration is, doesn't understand how to do it. No, if you understand inspiration, you would want to make that soda. You'd want to make the liquid sugar, the cane liquid sugar. You'd want to start getting a lab together, start learning about like brewing processes and carbonation and all kinds of stuff. You'd learn all this stuff. You'd learn how to actually do it. You wouldn't just go to the store, mix a few together and go, There we go. That's what Power World did. Yeah, Power World literally just went, hey, let's Breath of the Wild some Pokemon. That's literally what they did, guys. Come on. Come on. Like, you can't deny it. I'm not trying to be a certain way. I'm not trying to be mean. Just putting out there what I see. The brutal truth of what I see. They just Breath of the Wild some Pokemon games. They literally gave you Breath of the Wild but Pokemon. Do your own thing. And yeah, like, while we loved it, that's what it is. Remember we were playing the other day a game called Sable? And I loved it. I was like, such a unique, really cool, like, obviously hand-drawn art style. But at the same time, so much like, you know, like Zelda games, Breath of the Wild, but it's its own thing. It's not trying to, like, take from anything else. It's its own thing. But we can see where it got inspiration from these other things and stuff like that. But then geniusly, they made their own game. That's how you do that. Power. Get some gas. I get some gas, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Ulrich Firelord. Cool name, by the way. Cool name, by the way. I play WoW. I've played WoW for a long time. So cool name, by the way. Oh, yeah, sorry. I don't play WoW the right way. So yeah, I didn't make, like, super friends with Asmongold or anything like that. I sort of irritated, I think, some of those people, but I don't care. I play WoW how I want to play WoW, and nobody's gonna tell me how I'm gonna freaking play the game. Yeah. I do love WoW. I play WoW. But yeah, like I said, I think I rubbed some of those angry neckbeards the wrong way, because I don't play WoW the right way. I play WoW the way I want to play WoW. I don't act like a jerk in dungeons or anything. I sort of kind of, if I don't know how to do something and somebody's not telling me how to do it and they're just like complaining endlessly and stuff like that, I simply just leave the group. Yeah, or vote to kick or something like that, because they're causing problems instead of helping. Like that one plague dungeon that constantly damages you. For the longest time, I thought I was like doing something wrong and stuff like that, tanking and all that. But here, lo and behold, the whole time I was tanking this dungeon, I found out you just have to have a good healer, because the healer needs to constantly have dots on you, because you're just gonna take damage the whole dungeon. And then so like throughout like the years playing, it's just like, oh, so the players are the one creating this toxic environment where you could constantly think you're doing the wrong thing, but really they just need to tell you how to play the freaking game. They need to tell you, oh, healer has to keep dot on tank. Tank, if you die, you die. It's a hard dungeon. Let's all work together. But no, they don't do that. Yeah. Whoops. So, first time seeing Sifu not playing. What's up, Daniel? What's up? I'll throw my other can away here. Oh, I love original amp. Original. Original. Prankster. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Dude. What a day, guys. What a nice day it's been. What a nice day it's been. We looked at some awesome sky earlier. We had a really nice sky earlier. We looked at some clouds. Like I said, I'd love to take you guys into the forest and continue streaming, you know, as I hike and stuff. But a lot of the time that I've done that, we just lose signal. So now there is a spot where like we can go, where we won't. Typically a lot more foot traffic though and stuff like that. So, and you guys have seen me through there before. So like, I try to mix it up so it's not always the same thing. Sun's setting a bit now. Not too much longer. What happens? So I gotta get some groceries. Today we're just out and about. We started at Taco Bell. We had some Taco Bell employees watching the stream. That was fun. It was fun. And we talking about how nice the weather is today and just looking at the sky, enjoying the fruits of nature, if you will. Talking about the Dolphins. Talking about Drew Brees. I just thought of it. The Saints quarterback that I couldn't think of earlier, Drew Brees. Thank you, memory. Drew Brees. That's who I couldn't think of that I think is like awesome too. He was a great quarterback, Drew Brees. Yeah, the guy that played for the Saints that retired not too long ago. That's the guy I said that I used to draft to my Madden team all the time when he was still active. Before Tua, of course. I use Tua though now. Yeah, I mean, Dolphins are probably done for the season now, right? Don't really have a solid quarterback, in my opinion, and then at the same time, he never had solid protections. So I guess we'll see what the Eagles do. Yeah, we'll see what the Eagles do. about 2 hours from Philly, and I'm sort of four and a half, 5 hours. So I would definitely be more an Eagles fan than a Pittsburgh fan. And also, I like other teams. I'm a Phillies fan. Yeah, if we're talking baseball, I'm Philly. And if we're talking any other sport too, like typically other than football, it's just all Philly. Except Sixers, Phillies. Yeah. But like football is really the only thing I've sort of kind of followed. My grandparents were huge Phillies fans, though, so it's not something I'm new to. I have friends that are Phillies fans. I've always had friends that are Phillies fans. There's a lot of fans. I mean, the Phillies have a lot of fans. What's not to like? Somebody pulled out, but then like turned right away. So I had to go stop. Okay. So yeah, today was a day I had to come out and get groceries anyway. And stuff to do today, but like I just figured at least stream with you guys for a bit while I was out. Had to get food anyway. Off today, so. I'm loving how like some of these clouds and like nice orange glow from the sun. It's nice. Nice little orange glow from the sun. Love it. Oh man, the sun's setting. It looks beautiful. Yep, just had stuff to do today, guys, and decided to bring you along. Hope that's okay. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. Yeah, beautiful sunset. Let me tell you what. Yeah, I honestly came this way because, like, let's see it. Stop. Oh, I can't stop. Look at that. No, I can't stop. No stopping. Oh, man. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm sorry. It might be a little bit weird. Give me a sec. I don't want to not drive. Here we go. I was going to stop for a second to show you guys, but then somebody came up, so. And they seem impatient the way they're on my ass, so I'll let them go past. We won't impede traffic here, that's fine. If I really want to look at the sunset with you guys, I'll stop, pull over and get out, but I'm fine. We've done this before, right? You guys should check out some of the, we've definitely done stuff where, like, I've done the uploads where we just pull over and look for a little while. We just look at the sunset. Beautiful, man. It is. Like, again, like, some of these clouds here still get the orange below. It's a beautiful sunset tonight. So we're heading to town here. We're heading to town here. We're probably not too far from the end of this stream. I gotta be honest with you. Anybody wondering, we are heading towards Philadelphia. Is anybody wondering, like, what direction we're going? We are driving towards Philadelphia. Again, I live, like, only about 2 hours. Like, if I wanted to drive to Center City, Philadelphia, that's about 2 hours for me. An hour and a half to the edge of the city. So, like, you know, it's not that far. But yeah, right now I'm heading towards Philadelphia. Heading into town. Gotta do some stuff. Oh, dude. Jeez. Turn left in front of me. Man. Yeah. I was paying attention. Alright. Heading towards Philadelphia. Having somebody in my stream, trying to ping my IP, trying to shut the stream down. Interesting stuff. Yeah, we're just heading to the town, guys. Is that like, that's not like a big thing or anything. Nothing big. Yeah, nothing big. We're just nothing like to write home about, right? As they say. If we get a traffic light here soon, I'll show you guys where we're at. But we have to get a traffic light first. Oh, that's a nice convertible in front of me. It's Mercedes too. It's pretty nice. I think. It's like sort of kind of like getting dark out, so it's like kind of hard to tell. But I think it's a Mercedes. Yeah, you'll see a ton of that around here. I was right. It was an SE of some kind. Big surprise. So like that's all, like I can't really do much else other than that. But there you go. I'll leave it like that for here for a minute. See you guys. Yeah, like I said, the sun's definitely going down. If you can tell, the sky's getting a bit darker. Sun's setting the other way, by the way, so you're not gonna see that. Actually, that's what you're looking for. So you won't see that. It's the other direction, but the sky looks nice still. Yeah, it still looks nice. There's a college up here, but you guys won't see it. It's on the left. You guys are looking out the right side, right here. If you were a passenger, this is what you'd be kind of looking at. And out the right here. So we're just heading towards Philadelphia again. That's the direction we're headed. Actually headed up to a town called Exton. If anybody's ever heard of Exton, it's actually where I'm headed. A town called Exton. So if you've heard of a little town yet. One of the largest malls in the world, King of Prussia, is just outside Exton. That's where I'm headed. And then just past Exton would be that King of Prussia mall. That is the direction we are heading. We're not necessarily going there, it's just that's the direction we are going. That is in fact the direction we're going. town on that highway. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. On the highway. Oh man. Heading into town. Heading into town. What are you guys even doing? In out, in out. Wait, what? Oh, I see. My bad. My bad. My bad. Sorry. Like I said, I don't even look. Must have like get some. My bad. Might be. Yeah, I don't even, like I said, I don't even know. Might be. Cool. Heading to Exton, yes, heading to Exton. Actually, I like this little spot here. Oh, there's a train. I saw a train. Oh. Oh. We got sirens. I saw an ambulance. I saw a police car. Hope everyone's okay. Thank you, guys. You want to see where we are? I'll let you guys see where we are a little bit. No, not yet. Oh, okay. Really? Nobody's going. It's okay. That was a bit of a delay. And it's probably because of the emergency signals prior to that. Sure. This is all built up here. Just hang around a little bit. So if you want to go to the mall, you want to actually go straight here, and it's the next right. We're not going to the mall, we're going to a different section. Yeah, like I said, we're not necessarily have you guys for too much longer, to be honest with you. I'm not sure, but we'll do the best we can here. Just pull in here. All right.
Here we are, guys. Let's take a walk. Let's take a walk. We got tropical smoothie. So this is nice here, is it not? So now that I have a job, guys, this is what we can actually do. Yeah, some of you that haven't really been able to put much money into the channel, we can actually do stuff now. And some of you that have never known, essentially, like, I know about this stuff in the area. Like, I really do. Like, we can do stuff. It's just for so long, I didn't personally have a whole lot of resources to fork into the channel, It's always defending myself from trolls and stuff stealing my ideas, trying to make a channel out of nothing. And I get it, that's how the platform goes, but we gotta make do. California tortilla. California tortilla. Tortilla. California tortilla. Looking pretty good. We got a Sephora there for all you ladies out there that like your makeup and your perfume. We got a Snap custom pizza. We got a sports bar here. We got a sports bar here. Appetites on me. Oh, there's a Barnes & Noble. Looks like a 2-story Barnes & Noble. We got a Rolex store. I don't want to go in Barnes & Noble, I'm not going to lie to you. Oh, look at this. We got 2 stories in here. Look, we got a movie theater here too. Look. A lot of movies here. Check out the movie theater. See, Main Street, Exton. This place is nice, guys. This place is very nice. There's our movie theater. It's always fun to go exploring, isn't it? Let's go see what's playing. Thank you all so much for watching. We got any new subs today? I really appreciate that too. Thank you. Can't express how much I appreciate you guys for supporting me. So what do we got here? Let's take a look. Smile 2, Flight Risk, Thanksgiving. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Oh, you got Venom. The Last Dance. Craven. The Hunter. Oh, Paddington in Peru. Okay. I probably watched that. Transformers 1. So I guess that's the one with Chris Hemsworth as Optimus Prime, right? Yeah. Mufasa! Mufasa! December 20th. And then we got The Wild Robot, apparently. Oh, there it is. Gladiator 2 and Venom. This is a nice place. Complete Unknown. It looks like straight out of a movie poster, straight out of the 80s, not gonna lie. Timothée Chalamet. Wait, is that the Bob Dylan movie? Pretty sure that's the Bob Dylan movie. Oh yeah, as Bob Dylan. Yeah, just saw it. Edward Norton. That's cool. Nice. So yeah, you like those movies. You like that one. You like the first one. You get a second one there. Oh snap! February 14th, Valentine's Day. And there's the Joker. We got the Joker. That's the one with Lady Gaga. And then we got Sonic 3. Look at that. That's an awesome poster. You guys know that Keanu Reeves plays Shadow in that, right? Just reminding you all that he is in that movie. And that is an awesome thing that you all should know. Keanu Reeves plays Shadow in Sonic 3. This is one heck of a theater, man. And like, look at this place. It's so nice, isn't it? Look at this car. Look at this person's car. Isn't that sweet? Okay, I kind of want to look at it. Viva La Vader? That's so cool. That's so cool. That's so cool. Look, he's got like space things all over it. Cool car, man. I'd show you the back because the back looks cool, but I don't want to show the license plate. It says the Empire loves you. It gives a crisis line too. Amazing. That's a cool car. Super screen DLX. Yeah, they got the DLX screen here. This theater, man. Like I said, we don't really have a whole lot of time left. Because we've been going for 3 hours and we are limited on battery. All devices are limited. So we're nearing the end of that now. And just wanted to remind you guys that I appreciate all of you very, very much. Very, very much. I appreciate you. And this was all for you today. Took a nice walk, nice little area, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for supporting this channel and for supporting me. Take care, everybody. See you next time.